I remember checking out with a minute 21 to go, then having to suit back up.
I think we actually done that. I think we did that last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Here?
No. I feel like I've done that last year. We had to check back in.
I mean, what's the feeling for the starters in that situation? Obviously, you want to finish out the trip on the right note, but
yeah, that's kind of the mindset right there, finishing out the trip on the right note. I mean, had a comfortable lead. Both teams kind of pulled their starters and put the bench in. We give up 3 threes, turnover. They cut it to 5, 17 seconds. Their ball. I don't even think Ham even asked. I got up, Brian got up. We looked at each other. We both took our shirt off and was like, no, we gonna get a stop. And then if they foul, we'll make free throws. And but it's a learning lesson, especially for our young guys, just coming in, staying ready, knowing that threes is the only way they can get back into a game, and make sure we're taking that away.
There were some teams on this trip that have been struggling a little bit, but you guys took care of business, 5-1. Those trips are hard to come by in this league. What did you like best about kind of your guys' approach?
Just taking one game at a time. Obviously to start the trip, double overtime, and then to have the resiliency and the mental toughness to come in and beat Memphis. Tough one in Indiana, kind of let that one slip. Last two we just Toronto and I'm missing one. Brooklyn come out on fire on both ends of the floor. Third quarter, turn the ball over. End up, closing the game out. But I think like a common theme, especially for the last 3 games, playing with leads, especially late in the game. That seems to be a thing. We start off pretty good or had a third quarter where we create a lead and then usually let teams back into it. So we can't let that become a thing for our team, especially these last couple games and heading into the postseason. So, but for the most part, I mean, I like how we approach the road trip. It's a big road trip for us with every team obviously is capable of beating us. Because they're high-powered offenses, but we came in and locked in defensively to be able to go 5-1 on the trip.
How's your face?
Good.
What happened on that play?
It's called an elbow to the nose. That's it.
Was it your eye?
Nah, that's my nose. Yeah.
80, only a couple minutes of the game, but end of the first quarter, end of the third. Now trying to integrate Gabe, so that group was small. Sometimes Jackson has joined, sometimes Rui. What's the challenge for you when you've already been in the quarter to anchor that? But just looking at those groups and how do you maximize that with the rotation?
Obviously you're still trying to get integrated into the offense and our schemes and things like that. I mean, the ball's going to be in his hand. He's a point guard. But he's still trying to find his rhythm, find his legs, hit a couple good looks in the 2 games that he played. But it's going to take time. I mean, he missed several months, right? Haven't really played all season, so that takes time, especially coming in and playing this time of the year. It'd be different if we, top seed, we're a little bit more comfortable where he can play a lot more minutes, but we don't really have a lot of room for error. So coming in and having to almost be damn near perfect, you don't want to make any mistakes to cost us a game or anything like that. But we're trying to make him feel comfortable, work his way back into the offense, and let him lead the troops when he's on the floor. But still trying to help him out, get him good looks, set good screens for him. My job to let him get downhill and get to, his mid-range, which he likes to shoot, or, his pull-up 3, or, get down here and find guys. So I'm not sure they're playing for him, the next 5, but he looked good.